I wish I had been a little bit more fluid with my goals and a little bit more flexible. I think, okay, so I'm not that old. I know I'm not that old, but I feel it. I feel it sometimes in my bones. So I'm in my later 30s. I've been working for a long time. I've been working since I was like 14, 15 years old. And and I've also had a very, like I said, very goal oriented and a very like direct path of what I wanted to see in my like career journey. And I've reached it. And at the other end of it, not to say I'm like, again, like I'm resetting my goals, right? Because I'm sure I got like another 30, 40 years of working, which is like too long. But but I think where I am now is I wish I had been a little bit more fluid with my goals and a little bit more flexible. Because I had such specific goals, I didn't allow myself to like explore other options. And I wish I had just been more flexible in my career goals specifically, right? Because it's like there's so many options out there now. And I think that's also another thing is like, again, I'm not that old, but I'm still of a generation where there was only so much you knew about what type of careers that you could achieve or you could fall into. And I just wasn't exposed to a lot of things that I think I would have been really interested in had I been aware. And so I think for me, the biggest goal I would tell young girls who are kind of in the process of like maybe pursuing, maybe thinking about what college degree they want to go to or what career they want to go to is just be a little flexible and be willing to like explore other things. Like maybe you have a very specific thing in mind and like do something that's a little bit off from that specific thing and just be willing to take a risk and learn something else or explore something else. Um and that's like, so that's my like specific goals, like be a little bit, take a risk. But then I also think about, I'm gonna say something very weird, not weird. So I would always watch the Weather Channel when I was a little girl and like before school. And I didn't realize that the work, like I just saw the people on TV telling the weather. I didn't realize there was like a job behind that, right? Like meteorologist. Like I didn't know that. And I wish I had known that because maybe I would have been like, oh, maybe I could be a meteorologist, right? Like I just saw somebody on TV and I was like, I don't want to work on TV. That's not what I wanted to do. But I was really like I still follow weather patterns now. But like I wish I had known the title of that job. And so I think that's the other piece. So my second piece of advice is like, if there's something that's really interesting to you and you're like, I really like this thing, but I don't know like what is the work behind it of like trying to explore that. Um, because honestly, like I do feel like at the end of the day, sometimes you really do want to like what you're doing. And if you're if you're doing something that might see like if you're constantly find yourself attracted towards something, maybe you don't know what that job is, but like look it up. And again, it's a completely different age. There's Chat GPT, there's so much Google options, there's all of these things. And so it's easy to look things up right now versus when I was younger. And so just thinking about maybe really exploring like what is this job opportunity like? Can this be a job opportunities, this thing that I really like that might seem like a little off from what is the norm or what's being told to you?